All right, one
So
minute.
we're
He's
in
picking up right now.
Palo Alto, California. Here we have 156. I guess this is University Avenue. This is where Facebook used to have their headquarters. They are now 5 miles away in Menlo Park. So pretty unassuming building. We're outside of a Verve Coffee, a very progressive seeming coffee place. You got a line out the door. I think people are still waiting for their coffee there. We'll walk by it in a moment. This is University Avenue. University Avenue is the center of Palo Alto. This is where you could call it the heart of Silicon Valley. Behind me, University Avenue runs to Stanford University, which is really, you can consider that the heart of Silicon Valley. Let me just take a look at this Corvette coming through right here. So lots of nice cars, especially Teslas, different things. And here, like I said, heart of Silicon Valley is Stanford University. Runs right into downtown Palo Alto here on University Avenue. So once again, here's this Verve coffee place with lots of people waiting anxiously for their coffee. Lots of restaurants, bars, places. I used to live in Palo Alto twice for a total of 2.5 years. I lived over on Hawthorne Street, which is about 3-4 blocks to the west of where we are now. And I also lived on Waverly Street, which is a few blocks north and a block to the west of where we are now. Why don't we do a little detour here, and I'm going to show you where I saw Steve Jobs. I didn't meet Steve Jobs, but I did see him. He was getting a gelato ice cream, and I saw him in the parking lot of the Gelato Classico. So Steve Jobs lived about a mile to the east of University Avenue. I actually think he lived on Waverly too, like I did, just a mile away from where I lived. And Tim Cook lives around here, and lots of other wealthy people live around here. So we're just going to take a quick look. We have the Aquarius Theater, one of the few remaining independent theaters. At least I think it's an independent theater. Now we've got people coming and driving, and make sure I don't get run over here. So this is the parking lot where I saw Steve Jobs about 15 years ago. I was walking back from work and I saw him right over here. Right where that Tesla is parked now. So that's where Steve was getting into his Mercedes. I'm usually an outgoing and talkative guy. Not as much back then, but definitely still. But he was, as far as I could see, recovering still from his cancer treatment, which ultimately he succumbed to cancer, and he's quite sickly looking, so I didn't approach him, but just saw him there. Here we have a Lucid electric car, which I haven't seen before in person. So that's a cool looking vehicle. Lots of these around. In Silicon Valley, of course, Tesla got its start here. They're headquartered, I believe, in Austin now, but this is where Tesla got his start, and they still have the factory in Fremont. There's the gelato where Steve was getting his ice cream 15 years ago. And I've had my sweets for the day, so I'm not going to eat any more sweets. But let's just walk a little bit more and then I'm going to call it a day. It's my birthday outing today, 40th birthday outing, walking around downtown Palo Alto, where I lived for a couple of years. So I have fond memories of this place, although it's changed a lot. It's a very diverse place, and diversity is not all good, like some people would like to say and think. I think there are more downsides personally than upsides. Of course, it's nice to meet people from different cultures and whatnot, but it has its downsides when you can't trust people and you can't speak in the same language and have the same kind of cultural understanding. But it is what it is. So there are some good sides to diversity, very lovely looking people around here and there. So why don't we take a walk down this way, and we are going to walk past the Stanford Theater. As far as I know, this used to be the main movie theater in Palo Alto. It is now a movie theater that plays classic movies. Unfortunately, it is closed now for some reason. It's past the pandemic and all that, so I don't know why. Classic movie posters here. Fortunately, some people are just living in the doorway here. And there we have a view of the Stanford Theater. And Cary Grant, Katharine Hepburn, James Stewart, The Philadelphia Story. I haven't seen that one yet. I should see that one. So when they are active, they play classic movies. In case the audio wasn't good there, when they are active, they play classic movies every, I believe, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You can get in a double feature. The classic movies were not as long as movies are now. I think I'm going to go this way. And I think we're going to wrap up this video shortly because I need to go home and get ready for my birthday dinner. But that's a taste of University Avenue and Palo Alto, place where I lived for a couple of years, and while I worked at Stanford University at the Hoover Institution Library and Archives. I can give you a quick look at the Daily Post, which is my favorite newspaper. I haven't read it very much in a while, but you can see what kind of things are going on here. This guy came from Romania. That's funny. That's a whole nother issue of immigration and what kind of surnames you have in the police blotter, but let's not go there today. And so we're going to proceed along Ramona Avenue. I used to work at Noah's Bagels a block away from here. I'd always park on Ramona in the parking garage on Ramona. This was 23 years ago, 24 years ago. Oh my God, almost a quarter century since I commuted here and worked here. I was at Woodside High School then, and then Noah's Bagels. Here we have some classic architecture. And then just so Ramona has been closed since the pandemic. Let me get a sip of my coffee there. Ramona has been closed to through traffic other than deliveries. So you have a lot of restaurants here. You have people doing all kinds of things. Cute little dog there. We have Koopa Cafe, which is my favorite cafe in Palo Alto. That's where I get my spicy Maya mocha, my favorite coffee in the world. I just had my haircut over by I just had my haircut by Gerardo, a Cuban immigrant who came to California in 1971. His dad owned a barber shop in Havana, I believe. If not Havana, then elsewhere in Cuba. And then when the communists took over, they took his barber shop. So I'm not going to record in there, but just to give you a side view here of the barber shop. See you later, Gerardo. All right. Thank you. See you. He just gave me a haircut for free today, so wanted to thank him again. And I'm curious how the recording's going to come out because this is my second one. Vlogging. We got another Tesla there. Again, this is Tesla Central. Tesla. Out there, millions more Teslas. I see two more. So that will wrap it up for downtown Palo Alto. This is Nick Shakirski. 40 years and counting. Let's see if we can pull another 40 years, and then we'll see about another 10 maybe. All right. We'll show you one more thing before I close up here. We didn't go to the Apple store. It's not the first one, but it's one of the early ones. Actually, it moved, so it's not even that old. But that's nothing spectacular. I'll show you one place, one of my former haunts, and that was the Peninsula Creamery. So I don't think I'm going to cross the street, but it's where I used to get my banana milkshakes. Now I don't drink milkshakes anymore. And we are back at the Subaru, my ride in California, and we're going to take off and say goodbye to Palo Alto for now. But you're always in my heart, Palo Alto, and I will see you later. But I will try to give you a view of the last thing, the El Palo Alto tree. The tree is the oldest tree in Palo Alto, I believe. And if you see the Stanford University logo, that's the tree that's on the logo. So I'm just going to kind of point the camera in that direction and hopefully you'll see it. So I don't know if you saw that, but in any case, El Palo Alto tree, which has seen better days. But signing off, leaving Palo Alto, California, on to Menlo Park, and then hometown, Redwood City. Thanks for watching.